For more on the election, I'm joined now by the leader of the Green Party, Mike Schreiner. Mr. Schreiner, the Premier says he called this election because of Donald Trump's 25% tariff threat. With the 30-day delay now on, is this election still about tariffs and Donald Trump?
This election is about Doug Ford's failed record to address the housing crisis, to address the healthcare crisis, to fix his failure to fix our schools, and his attack on the farmland that feeds us. You know, I can't believe that Doug Ford is playing politics with tariffs at a time when we should show strength through unity by working across party lines to push back against Trump, not have an expensive election that's about Doug Ford saving his own job at the expense of your job.
If you're elected, how are you going to work to end the homelessness encampment crisis across our province?
Well, first of all, we have to have government get back into building deeply affordable nonprofit and co-op homes. The Ontario Greens are committed to building 250,000 nonprofit and co-op homes across the province. And in addition to that, 60,000 permanent supportive homes with wraparound mental health, addiction, employment, and other services so we can end homelessness in this province, which the Ford government has utterly failed to do, with over 81,000 people experiencing homelessness right now on a cold night like tonight. That's not acceptable in Ontario.
You say you support the idea of doubling the ODSP, sir. How would you pay for it if elected?
Well, as the only party who called for immediately doubling ODSP in the last provincial election and had that fully costed into our platform, we've committed to immediately doubling ODSP and Ontario Works, and that will be in our fully costed platform. People cannot survive. People with disabilities cannot survive on $1,300 a month. People on Ontario Works cannot survive on $731 per month, when average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the province of Ontario is around $2,000. The math just doesn't add up.
When will you be releasing your fully costed platform?
Our plan is to do that next week. We're putting out a number of announcements right now. I think I'm the first leader that's actually put forward a comprehensive plan to ensure that we protect farmland and the profitability of farmers so we can maintain our food security, especially with the volatility you're seeing in the world and these tariff threats from Donald Trump. We've put forward an aggressive and bold first-time homebuyers plan to make homes affordable for people so they can live in the communities they know and love. And we're going to continue to roll out announcements, and we'll be releasing a fully costed platform next week.
Now, you only have 2 seats in the House right now. What do you say to people who are concerned about voting Green because the party has no chance of forming government?
Well, those 2 Green seats in the legislature right now punch well above our weight. So many people say, Mike, it's like you're the leader of the official opposition because you're so effective at holding Doug Ford accountable and delivering for people in your riding. I think what separates Greens from all the other parties is when you elect a Green, they are your advocate at Queen's Park. They're not the leader's voice in your riding. They don't take their marching orders from Mike Schreiner or Doug Ford. They take their marching orders from the voters of their riding. So if you want an independent local champion to be your advocate at Queen's Park, then vote Green.
Last question, sir. I know you're going to be in Hamilton tomorrow. I'm curious, which ridings in Hamilton do you think local Green Party candidates have a chance of winning?
We have strong candidates in every Hamilton riding, so I'm not going to limit it to one. And one of the things that we'll be talking about tomorrow is addressing the housing affordability crisis without paving over our farmland or expanding urban boundaries. And one of the things that I admire so much about the city of Hamilton is how they pushed back against Doug Ford enforcing urban boundary expansions, which makes it more difficult to build homes that people can afford because servicing those homes are so expensive. Ontario Greens have a better plan. We're going to build 2 million homes that you can afford in the communities you know and love, so you can avoid long commutes, so you can live close to your family, your friends, in the places you grew up.
At the end of this election, sir, how many seats do you think you're going to have in the House when you return to Parliament?
Well, voters of Ontario are going to make that decision. We're the only party who doubled our caucus since the last election, and we're going to look to continue to increase our seats after this election because I think people are tired of the three status quo parties. They're tired of the old way of doing politics. They want an MPP who's going to be their advocate at Queen's Park, not the leader or the premier's voice in their riding.
That's the leader of the Green Party, Mike Schreiner. Mike, thanks so much for your time tonight.